Tomorrow, as you may know, is Flag Day, and it's also our president's birthday. Donald Trump turns 73 years old tomorrow. He's the oldest president ever. I'll send him your best. How is Donald Trump only 73? It feels like he's been president since 73. Anyway, they're having a fun shindig for him at the White House tomorrow night. Melania is planning to hide inside a cake. She's not going to jump out, though. She's going to stay in there a couple of years until the coast is clear. But the president is on a hell of a roll right now. Did you see his interview with George Stephanopoulos? So George Stephanopoulos spent 30 hours with Trump over 2 days, which is a lot. I don't think I've spent that much time with my father over 2 days. I swear to God, you're not going to believe this. He said some crazy stuff. Trump weighed in on a variety of subjects, including, and this is unbelievable, the whole last 2 years he's been saying, no collusion with foreign agents, no collusion, no collusion. Well, here's what he said when George presented him with a hypothetical about collusion.
Your campaign this time around, if foreigners, if Russia, if China, if someone else offers you information on an opponent, should they accept it or should they call the FBI?
I think maybe you do both. I think you might want to listen. There's nothing wrong with listening. If somebody called from a country, Norway, we have information on your opponent. Oh, I think I'd want to hear it.
You want that kind of interference in our elections?
It's not an interference. They have information. I think I'd take it.
Nope. Wrong answer. The correct answer is no. So give it another shot.
Okay, let's put yourself in a position. You're a congressman. Somebody comes up and says, hey, I have information on your opponent. Do you call the FBI? I don't think.
Coming from Russia, you do?
I've seen a lot of things over my life. I don't think in my whole life I've ever called the FBI. In my whole life. You don't call the FBI. Life doesn't work that way.
The FBI director says that's what should happen.
The FBI director is wrong.
He's incredible. He honestly doesn't seem to know what collusion is. All he knows is he didn't do it. But he would do it, because why not? Who cares what the guy he hired to be the head of the FBI thinks about it? And here's another question. Why doesn't George Stephanopoulos have a chair? President is sitting, he's standing over the desk like the IT guy or something. President's comments about collusion didn't go over well with Democrats or even a few Republicans. There were more calls for impeachment hearings today. He basically invited the Russians to interfere with our election again. Even Trump seemed to know this was bad. He was playing defense this morning, trying to make adjustments to what he said. He wrote, I meet and talk to foreign governments every day. I just met with the Queen of England, the Prince of Wales, the PM of the United Kingdom, the PM of Ireland, President of France, the President of Poland. We talked about everything. And yes, he spelled Wales with an H, which means the president may be in contact with Aquaman, for all we know. Today was one of the worst days, PR-wise, in quite some time for Team Trump, which makes me wonder about the timing of this announcement. This afternoon, he tweeted, after 3.5 years, our wonderful Sarah Huckabee Sanders will be leaving the White House at the end of the month. She's going home to become a professional skateboarder, which is, that's true. Or at least it's as true as everything she said while she was working at the White House. But Sarah Sanders hasn't held a press conference in more than 3 months, so I'm not sure what job it is that she's leaving, but she did appear with reporters today to allow the president the chance to say goodbye.
She's going to be leaving the service of her country, and she is going to be going, I guess you could say private sector, but I hope she's going to, she comes from a great state.
Oh, look at her. Have you ever seen her, that face so happy before? He's like, she is literally Huckabeaming with joy at the thought of leaving at the end of the... Is there anyone even left working at the White House? It's like starting to feel like one of those empty Blockbuster video stores. Maybe they'll put in a temporary costume shop for Halloween, but Sarah Huckabee Sanders has been the White House press secretary for 2 wonderful years, and now as she gets ready to take her leave, we stop to reflect and pay tribute to all the Huckabee she gave us.
I let you rudely interrupt me and your colleague, I'm going to ask that you allow me to finish my answer. I also think it's ironic. I'm trying to answer your question. I politely waited, and I even called on you despite the fact that you interrupted me while calling on your colleague. Brian, guys, settle down. Seriously. I'm trying to be serious, but I'm not going to have you yell out of turn. That's not what I said, and I know it's hard for you to understand. Even short sentences, I guess. You're taking my words out of context. Can you explain? Well, I was trying to before you interrupted me. We should be celebrating those people. I gave you a chance to answer. I'm going to finish your statement. Condemn some abhorrent comments. I'm trying to answer. If you'd stop talking, I'll finish my statement. Look, the president's going to continue to lay out the contrast between Democrats and Republicans. And if you'll let me finish, I'll answer it for you. I would be happy to answer it if you would stop talking long enough to let me do that.
She's a special lady. She's a special lady. So nothing official has been announced yet, but sources inside the White House believe she will be replaced by a box of TGA Fridays, loaded cheddar, and bacon potato skins. So best of luck to Sarah. This is another good moment from George Stephanopoulos' interview with Donald. The president shared a surprise glimpse at his new design for Air Force One.
At the White House, a surprise from the president. A new look for Air Force One that he designed himself.
There's your new Air Force One. We added things.
Is the frame still a 747 or
It's a 747. So anyway, there it is if you want.
I like it. I like that. Why, that's going right on the White House fridge. I love that this is what he's spending time on. He's designing a new plane. It's probably what he should be doing. If you like that video, click subscribe, and we'll be together until one of us dies.